It is Friday, April 24th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. A lot of news items to get to today. A lot of things were announced yesterday, some postponements and some different things. Plus, we'll talk about what to watch this weekend, and the iRacing USAC Challenge was in action last night. First up, Park Jefferson announced yesterday that after discussions with state and local officials, they will run Saturday's Open Wheel Nationals without spectators. Any fans who had previously bought tickets to the event will be refunded. Originally, as we talked about, organizers had sold 700 tickets to the race, but now the only way to watch will be the stream on Speed Shift on Saturday. You can find more information at parkjeff.com if you need that. It looks like things get underway around 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. I also saw where the event on Sunday at Raceway Park, not too far away, will also be without spectators as well. And then a release on the IMCA website mentioned that no IMCA points will be awarded for either race. So these situations obviously continue to be fluid, as we expected they might be. Some changes coming in late for both of these events. But the Speed Shift broadcast is still available, and you can grab that. If you're a Speed Shift, I think they have a subscription plan that you can take part in there, or you can buy a single night pass to watch that. Also, the World of Outlaws have postponed the May 6th race at Jacksonville Speedway and the May 8th and 9th races at Eldora Speedway as part of the Let's Race 2 weekend. Officials say that fans with tickets to both events should hang on to them for the rescheduled dates. The postponement at Eldora also includes the USAC sprint car events that happened during that Let's Race 2 weekend. You can find more information about the World of Outlaws events at worldofoutlaws.com. Also, the All-Star Circuit of Champions have postponed upcoming races at Sharon Speedway and Lernerville Speedway. Lernerville will be pushed back to May 22nd, and officials are still working on a date for Sharon Speedway. You can find more information about that announcement at allstarsprint.com. And PowerEye has pushed back the Turnpike Challenge yet again and canceled a number of events on their schedule into May. The Turnpike Challenger was originally scheduled for the end of March, was then pushed back to the end of April, 1st of May, and now has been pushed back from to May 28th through the 31st. And then the canceled events include races from all kinds of PowerEye Series midgets and the different sprint car series and things like that. So you can see that full list of events over at powereye.com if you're interested in that list. The iRacing Challenge was back in action last night for their 4th week of racing. They took to the Eldora Speedway in non-wing sprint cars. Originally, this was supposed to be kind of a doubleheader with sprint cars and midgets, but they have pushed the midget portion of that program to next week. So last night was just the non-wing sprint cars. 49 cars signed in, and it was, surprise, surprise, Logan Seavey going quick time over Daison Pursley and Anton Hernandez. Heats were won by Logan Seavey, Daison Pursley, Cannon McIntosh, Ronnie Werdeman, and Caden Brown. The D was won by Zeb Wise. Jake Newman won the C, and Braden Fox won the B. Zeb Wise, after winning the D, was actually able to transfer all the way into the A, run the alphabet. We've seen that a few times in some of these races, that guys are able to kind of make some moves, and if they can stay out of trouble, you can make your way to the front of some of these, some of these preliminary features fairly quickly. For the 30-lap feature, it was Logan Seavey and Daison Pursley on the front row. Seavey led the first 9 laps from the start, but on a restart, he kind of banged the outside wall between 3 and 4, and that let Pursley kind of slip by for the lead. Seavey would actually end up make a few more mistakes. He would fall back a little bit deeper into that top 5, back to 4th or 5th, but was able to kind of work his way back up to 2nd. The track got really slick over the course of the night, and a lot of the guys were running kind of up on the cushion that was really, really tiny, and it was kind of really treacherous to be able to run up there and not really bang the wall. And as we kind of got later in that feature, the top, kind of from 2nd back to 3rd, 4th, 5th there was, a lot of racing, a lot of slide jobs, guys kind of wheeling each other, trying to, make up those positions. That really let Pursley kind of slip out and get away. But then there was a late caution that tightened things up. They ended up needing a green-white checker to get finished. Pursley was basically able to drive away on the start. He won his 3rd USAC iRacing Challenge race in a row. Logan Seavey was 2nd, Aiden Purdue 3rd, Zeb Wise was 4th all the way from that D main, and Carson Souza was 5th. Connor Leffler actually drove from 24th up to 6th also, that 24 starting spot being the last position in the feature, so good run for him. The USAC iRacing Challenge is back next Thursday night with midgets at Eldora. You can watch that live at 9 p.m. Eastern on Flow Racing. Last night's feature, I've talked a few times about the kind of quality of these iRacing races and the USAC stuff. It seems like there's been more crashes and more cautions and things like that in these races. And last night there was definitely some of that. It looked like it was maybe a little bit cleaner than we've seen in some previous weeks, but I think that's the important part is that these guys really need to kind of race these almost like they're racing actual races and not take kind of some insane chances and things like that. I also wonder too about setups and not like the actual setups of the race car, but setups that guys have at home, and if they're not able to kind of see what's really going on around them and things like that. So that might be kind of playing a little bit of a part in this as well. But the racing last night was pretty decent, and especially between those kind of top 5 guys, there was a lot of action between those guys, which was pretty neat to watch. But moving over for what to watch this weekend, besides the aforementioned Open Wheel Nationals on Saturday night on Speed Shift, there are lots of other things to watch. Both Lucas Oil Esports and Lucas Oil ASCS have iRacing shows to watch tonight. Lucas Late Models run the Linear Dirt Track at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Lucas Oil Facebook page. The Linear Dirt Track is actually not a real dirt track. There's Linear Speedway in Georgia, is a short kind of little paved bull ring, but just kind of for the sake of iRacing, they've put dirt on it, and it adds another dirt track to the iRacing platform. So that racetrack is obviously not an actual racetrack. I mean, it's not an actual dirt track, but the racing should be pretty good there. A little high banked short track should be fun to watch. 8 p.m. Eastern on the Lucas Oil Facebook page. The ASCS gets underway at Knoxville Raceway at 5 p.m. Central Time on Racing Boys and RacingBoys.com and the Racing Boys Facebook page. I believe I saw that Tony Bachhoven will be on the call with Brian Holbert tonight for that event, so you can tune in. Watch both of those are free to watch. Dirt Vision's late model watch party starts tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern and includes the 2005 USA Nationals and a 2007 race from River City Speedway. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's 2 sprint car shows from the Syracuse Mile, those races from 1993 and 1994. Both of those can be watched as part of your Fast Pass. Also on Saturday, Dirt Vision has the first race for DIRTRACKR Esports. That'll be Street Stocks at Fairbury. And then this week's Word About Law Sprint, I believe it's a Sprint Car Invitational, is Sunday night from Eldora. They've been running those Monday, Tuesday, but now this week they're running Sunday, Monday. So it looks like Sprint Cars on Sunday, and then late models will be on Monday in that kind of normal 7 p.m. time slot. But both of those races will be at Eldora Speedway this weekend. And then Dirt on Dirt is doing another weekend rewind there, showing their best finishes all weekend long. I believe that starts this afternoon and runs through Monday, so lots of stuff to watch on Dirt all weekend. And then USAC has continuing 24/7 races over at flowracing.com. Pretty much any time of day you can tune over there and watch races from their archive. There's been a lot of really neat stuff to check out over there. So all of that happening at flowracing.com. If you would like to kind of keep up, or you want to check out to see what's happening, you can keep up with all of that at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's the daily pay-per-view schedule that I keep up over there. And as all of these news items and things come out, if you're looking for kind of one place to keep up with all of that, the front page of Dirt Tracker is a pretty cool place. I was on another podcast this week and kind of mentioned that's a good place to kind of come and just get your daily news. That you can see it all in one place. And if you have a big monitor like me, you can basically see all of it on one screen. But it works great on your phone and any of your other devices and things like that. And then you can sort out by whether you want open wheel news or late model news, modifieds, whatever. All of that's there. So as more and more of these event announcements come out, that'll be a good place to keep up with all of that stuff. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Hope you get a chance to tune into some of this stuff. I'm hoping that we're kind of maybe working in a direction with a little bit more normalcy with some of these races, some of these racetracks getting back in action. I've seen, a lot of testing going on and practices at various tracks, and, guys rolling out and at least getting some laps in and sharing videos and things like that. So, I think there's some hope on the horizon. We just got to stay safe and make good decisions here, and hopefully we can start returning to normalcy fairly soon. Appreciate everybody tuning in this week. I hope you enjoyed the couple of interview shows I did with Blake Anderson and the one with Kevin Rumley yesterday. I'd like to do a few, start mixing in a few more of those as we go forward. If there's anybody you'd like me to talk to or things like that, certainly reach out, let me know. I'm open to suggestions there. But you can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe, leave me a review, and tell your friends. You can also watch the show daily on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. You can sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter on the site once a week, a couple of news items. Let me know if you're interested in that. If you'd like to sign up, you can do that over at the website right now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you have a good weekend. We will be back on Monday for more DIRTRACKR Daily.